Hi guys, and welcome to my second architectural vlog. I'd like to apologise for the bloody huge amount of time that it's taken me to make this, but I've been incredibly busy. Doing what exactly? Well, I had my final presentation here in Paris, my rendu final, and an incredibly stressful 4-day university architecture trip down to the south of France. You know, it was just all paperwork and stress. So yeah, I was incredibly busy. But I was filming whilst I was down there. What were you filming? Well, today's video, is for those of you that want to study architecture, but maybe don't necessarily understand what that term means. You know, the fact is it has loads of meanings. But I decided to propose some questions to 12 of the most talented of my fellow architecture students, to get an insight from them as to exactly what studying architecture is, and what urbanism is, and some advice for you, for people that want to study architecture, from those that currently are.
So I thought, what better place to do this than on the rooftop of the Cité Radius. I won't go into exactly what it is now, but it was built in 1947. Yes, and all you need to know is that it comes under the architectural category of super sexy.
The first question was, what does architecture mean to you?
This.
I think architecture is the beauty, materials, agency, light, and landscape.
I believe it's building around the people, around their lives and their needs.
When you start thinking about architecture, you never stop. You think when you're outside, even when you sleep, you dream about architecture. So if you don't want to think about one thing all the time, just don't do it.
Is the discipline that involves organizing and defining the space for human use.
Ability to be creative, but in a more rational way than the more decorative arts.
Architecture is devouring my life little by little. However, it is. I really like the human aspect of architecture, how it's like designing an experience for people inside a space.
You have the stakes, that's the different organizations that take part in the project. You have the conditions of the project, like the site or the topography or other things. And I think that these two things make possible the other things, that is solutions.
Architecture is about meeting different people and sharing our ideas, and it's the best thing ever.
And the second question was, what does urbanism mean to you?
Urbanism is the link between landscape and architecture.
People live together, so you can build around one person, you build around everyone, and for everyone.
Urbanism?
Yes.
Yes. Like architecture, urbanism is about control in a larger scale.
In big scale, but it's not that.
Right.
Oh my god, urbanism is so difficult for me. It's the first time I discovered it 2 months ago, and I was like, oh my god, what is this shit? Too many scales, we have to learn the cities, the landscape, vegetation, and people. All of that moving so fast that I feel always late.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand, but it's pretty cool, but very difficult.
Cool. Perfect.
Urbanism is basically also devouring my life, but on a bigger scale. Also it's. I'd say it's a lot about knowing people that you're working for and like relating those people to the city and to the other people living inside that city.
Urbanism is the marriage of architecture within its environment, so it's instead of just thinking, it's about thinking outside the box.
The final question was, please give a piece of advice to those that wish to study architecture.
You should live here.
Just live here.
Just dress black.
Visit beautiful place like this.
There we go.
Don't forget where you live and how you live, and try to use that, the example you know, not famous examples and things you learn, but more the lives you have, the lives you have lived before.
Oh, dude.
I would say don't be afraid if you don't know how to draw. It was my case, and I think it's the case of many people.
You have to love it. If you don't, you just can't do it.
It's a really cool career,
Yeah.
but it requires a lot of work and passion.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Be passionate and be prepared, because it's art, but it's so wonderful.
Yeah, a wonderful degree. Cool.
First of all, don't do it unless you're completely passionate and insane. Second of all, if you start crying after crits or tutorials, don't worry, it usually means you're passionate, you care about your project, and you'll probably end up getting a really good mark anyway.
It's one of those things that you're so self-absorbed that your friends will hate you because all you talk about is buildings. But if you really love it and that's all you want to do, I think it's a perfect thing, so it's very rewarding.
I hope you guys enjoyed the appallingly low production value of that. I did. I enjoyed making it. I wanted to say thank you really quickly to the 12 people that took part in that, of course, and for the feedback that I got after my first video. You know, it was really, really wide, but I think certainly the most in depth was from you guys at Reddit, so that was awesome. Thanks so much. Thank you to all my subscribers. 62 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed watching, and please subscribe.